Well, the Garrad name is synonymous with harness racing, both as sponsors, trainers, drivers, and also as one of the major contributors as far as providing both harness racing and the greyhound industry with all their essential needs. One of the young guns from the family is Angus Garrad, and I caught up with Angus before his commitments at Club and Angle tonight. Well, Angus, great to catch up with you. Your first competitive drive as a professional here at Club and Angle, but you're no stranger to this particular venue.
Yeah, that's right. Been down here a bit with the ponies a few years ago now, but yeah, looking forward to getting out there on the big ones.
Angus, you're in a very elite club because you can boast 3 Miracle Mile winners at this particular venue during your course with the Mini Trotters.
Yeah, that's right. May not have counted as much as big ones, but yeah, it's certainly something I look back on pretty fondly.
Angus, your Mini Trot career started as a 6-year-old and spanned 10 years.
Yeah, that's right. I think it really gave me a good grounding to sort of get into the driving ranks, and you know, it's something I really appreciate. You know, being able to travel down here a little bit with the ponies as well was good.
As a 13-year-old, you also had the outstanding privilege of representing Australia in the Mini Trots in New Zealand, driving at tracks like Addington and Ashburton. What a wonderful experience for a youngster.
Yeah, that's right. It was really exciting. Got to go over there for Cup Week, and you know, it's something I'd done before, but to go over there and sort of get to step out on the tracks, and you know, it was a really good experience.
Angus, you've had a whirlwind start to your professional career, but one thing your father Darren and mum Gail said to you right from the word go is keep your feet on the ground, stay level-headed.
Yeah, that's right. You know, they sort of drummed that into me from a young age, and they've given up a lot to let me get to where I am now, and hopefully to keep going.
And already you're closing in on 500 winners.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I really can't thank all the owners and trainers that have supported me along the way, and you know, a lot of people who helped me out as well.
Apart from your dad, other influences, including those trainers, have been helping you?
Yeah, that's right. You know, I've had a lot of good opportunities. You know, I mean, driving a couple here for Luke and Belinda tonight, or one here for Luke and Belinda tonight. You know, they've been good supporters of mine. You know, people like Dale Graham and a lot of other people up home that have really looked after me and give me a lot of advice along my way.
You certainly heard your mum and dad's words when you got your trial licence. You made sure that you had a very solid grounding with over 100 trial drives.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I think that really helped going around that much before I was actually driving in a race. You know, it gave me a lot of experience in a lot of different situations, and you know, Dad sort of gave up racing a fair few over that 12-month period to sort of give me more trial drives on different horses and things like that. So really can't thank him enough for that.
And just a couple of weeks after gaining your licence as a 16-year-old, your first drive success for Dad, Kylie Bromack.
Yeah, that's right. She was a really nice mare, and it was actually good to get a win on her. Dad owned her as well, and Mum and Dad owned her, so it was really good to get the first winner for him and on a horse we owned too.
If that wasn't enough, Angus, your first venture into Albion Park driving on a Metropolitan meeting, a treble including Sir Fahrenheit, who you're here tonight with.
Yeah, that's right. He's been a great old horse to me, and you know, Scotty Whitten, can't thank him enough for the opportunity to drive him and now sort of train him as well. But yeah, that was a really exciting night. You know, I was lucky enough to get on some good horsepower that night. You know, Speech at Silver's a nice horse as well, and the other one there was quite a nice horse. And you know, that was another night I got really good opportunity on my first night at Metro Mini.
Shortly into your career, 2019-20 season, Queensland junior driver.
Yeah. You know, again, I couldn't do it without the support of people. You know, you've always got to have the horsepower there no matter what.
Who have you idolised as growing up as far as the driving ranks is concerned?
Oh, you know, a lot of people. You know, like look at like Gavin Lang and Chris Alford, you know, Luke McCarthy, guys like that. You know, a lot of people I've really watched, you know, Natalie Rasmussen and Kylie Rasmussen and Mark Burden. You know, you watch all those good drivers and sort of try and take little bits here and there and watch what they do, and hopefully you can sort of put that into practice at some stage.
Angus, as I mentioned, you're the new generation coming through as far as the family is concerned. Your grandfather, Chris OAM, started the ball rolling, and what a handprint he's had on harness racing.
Yeah, that's right. You know, he's put a lot into it, and he really just loves it. You know, he just loves the racing, and he loves harness racing. He loves the people. You know, he really just does it out of the goodness of his heart. Really, you know, he loves seeing the sport prosper, and he loves seeing people in the sport prosper.
We often just associate the name Garrard mainly with all their stores Australia-wide, across the ditch in New Zealand. They're everywhere. They provide the best service as far as the industry is concerned. But when you look at Chris's career, a successful trainer driver in his own right, an owner, breeder, sponsor, and a man just passionate.
Yeah, that's right. You know, as I said, he just loves it, and he's in it up to his eyeballs, and it's still keeping him going nowadays.
Has your grandfather given you any special advice?
Probably not anything really special, but you know, there's been a lot of things sort of along the way. You know, just little pointers and things like that. You know, he's always there if you want to talk or whatever. You know, he's been a really great supporter the whole way through.
You're still establishing yourself as a professional back home in Queensland, but is there any thought in the back of your mind that at some stage you'd like to venture down here for a 12 month period and compete on this particular track?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I guess it's always in the back of your mind. You know, I probably sort of like to repay everyone that sort of helped me early on up home, and you know, I do like to stick around there, and you know, Dad's there training as well, so I obviously help him all the time. But you know, in the future, it's definitely something that could be a possibility. You know, I would really like to travel a bit and sort of drive on different tracks and have a look around and meet more people. So it's always an option.
So it's always the level-headed approach being adopted.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
It's been great to catch up with you, and good luck tonight and moving forward. Hopefully we can see you down here on a regular basis.
No worries, thanks for that.